Hi. We're about to watch Norse mythology with guns. If I ever, well, I will upload this to YouTube. If I ever get partnered or something, I will turn off AdSense or whatever that shit it is in this. Besides, I do you curse a lot, so who knows what's gonna happen anyway. So, I saw this before I started playing the game. The reason I played this game, like, so not so quickly, but I mean, like, I fast-tracked playing it. I started it earlier, I mean, because of this video. I watched the intro and this part, which is just the Borderlands movie trailer, so I'm just gonna skip this part. Until it's relevant, at least. Yeah, there you go. So I watched this already, which is a relevant thing. Let's go.
You can't win this one, Max.
No,
Spoiler?
but I can make damn sure none of you do either.
Because of, it says BB. I remember this montage being used in another video, I think. I got confused last time.
Max Payne is a fixed point in the history of video games, up there with Doom, Half-Life, Super Mario Bros., and other games that old people have heard of. I don't say this because I think Max Payne is as good of a game as those others. I think Max Payne 2 is better, actually. Max Payne came along and basically defined how third-person shooters were going to work for the next few years. A lot would have bullet time because that was still cool. The Matrix hit like an atomic bomb in 1999, and there were pastiches and parodies of it for years. It was a lot of American audiences' first introductions to gun fu, popularized overseas and here by the movies of John Woo. Yeah, look, Civy's talking about John Woo and Hard Boiled again. I know, someone out there is screaming at their phone, talk about The Killer or A Better Tomorrow. But like, nah, I'm still gonna go with Hard Boiled. It's the best one, and you're not gonna convince me otherwise. Anyway, people jumping around with two pistols in slow motion was invented, and many people recognized how cool acrobatic gunplay was. Sure, you could stand in the middle of a field and shoot a machine gun and then cut to another shot of a guy falling down and maybe spice it up with some squibs, or you could do a one-take as your two heroes push their way through a hospital.
That looks like the Max Payne 2 hospital. Like, spoiler. Just before... Okay. Spoiler. When I lower the hand, there's no spoiler. Reminds you of the hospital you meet Jim Bravura in and he gets shot in.
Staging everything to happen in front of the viewer's eyes, making the action itself
You only see that lobby for 30 seconds though.
more visceral. Or as I would say, the correct way to shoot action. Keep your camera on the actors who are doing things so you can visually contextualize what's going on. The impacts need to have weight. Yeah, John Wick uses CGI blood, which sucks, but also has these knockdown, drag-out fights with incredibly talented stunt performers that use the environment to their advantage to do all of this cool stuff. John Wick knows what's up. Eli Roth does not. Can I just take a minute to talk about how fucking bad the action is in this Borderlands clip?
No, you literally can't. I mean, is it relevant to the video? I don't believe it was. Fine, I'll leave it on. I'm too stupid, so I need somebody else to tell me his opinion on the movie. Okay, I have noticed it does influence me, so I try to not watch reactions before I play the game. So pretty much this, Max Payne. But though I did play as a kid a bunch. Wait, why do I see the yellow frame still? Because I locked it. It's unlocked. Okay. So what happened to Jack Black in this movie? Like, did they censor him or what?
Bring your family, your loved ones, bring them to the movie.
It's pretty easy to make a bad action movie, I think, in that you have to set out to make it.
My hatred for Randy did stem from City, but he does seem like a piece of garbage.
An action movie, and then you don't know how to do that. Like Eli Roth, director of
Okay, but they did take Eli away, like, halfway into production, was it?
hit action movies, Cabin Fever, Hostel. No, wait, those are gore flicks. You hired Eli Roth.
He also made this terrible Death Wish remake.
purveyor of gore flicks and torture porn to direct your PG-13 action movie based on a famously violent franchise.
I don't want to say what we're filming, but it's lots of blood, lots of guts. It's totally bonkers, but it's also very Borderlands.
You can bring your family, your loved ones.
So it was like a 7, 7.5.
If ever there were an opportunity to dissect a bad action scene that I can contrast with what good action is, oh boy. This clip from Borderlands was recently released, and it looks like absolute shit. I don't say that to disrespect the people working on it, except Randy, Eli Roth, whoever wrote this, but especially whoever fucking edited this. This clip was edited by either A, an incredibly stupid person, or B, someone who didn't have time or good enough footage to cut
Okay, but hasn't the movie been like 3 or 4 years?
something good together, because this is embarrassing. Using this to promote your action movie is like using Kevin Spacey to promote
I don't know. Kate spinning the revolver is kind of cute.
the YMCA. You might be in the comments saying that the movie is like using Kevin
Sorry, using who?
together, because this is embarrassing. Using this to promote your action movie is like using Kevin Spacey to promote the YMCA. You might be in the comments saying that this clip isn't that bad. Well, you're wrong.
I probably would have been like that. I remember reading that Krieg's laugh was put in post.
Okay, right there, you see how they had someone laughing in the background, a male voice that wasn't Kevin Hart or Jack Black?
There you go.
Which means it's this guy playing Krieg, except the goddamn thing cuts to him and he clearly isn't laughing.
Fucking roll.
But then he's suddenly attacked from above. They kick this psycho into some boxes, and then a bunch of psychos run in from this hallway.
Were there that many psychos in Borderlands? Because they totally became the franchise face, but are there that many? I only played Borderlands 1 once, but I put a shit ton of hours on it. I didn't finish it. I think I was close to it. I guess I never really found out how close I was. I wish games had clearer indicators how much I got left. It started with Ratchet & Clank at Kraken time. I left it at like 90% and I left it for 6 months. And I came back and I was still very satisfied with its ending, but yeah, there was so little left to play.
That we assume has to be behind where Roland and Tannis were because it acts like a reverse shot. From this hallway that we assume has to be behind where Roland and Tannis were because it acts like a reverse shot.
But there was like no hallway there.
But it is absolutely not the same place. And then Lilith, she brings out 2 pistols, which you think, man, that's gonna be cool because it should be. And she flicks them towards the enemy in a very John Woo Hong Kong action kind of way, where aiming the gun is secondary to looking cool while firing it. I guess it's kind of cool, though, given the gun slinging to the Siren character seems...
Well, yeah, I guess you're fusing them together.
Odd. Anyway, whoever was directing or editing this forgot that these things need to actually have an impact. Odd. Anyway, whoever was directing or editing this forgot
Editing this.
these things need to actually have an impact, and so the gunfighting in this is atrocious. It moves so fast and it's so muddy and dark that I
A flamethrower who's...
had to pause to see that Lilith is firing her guns here in 2 different directions. So the clip cuts to one guy falling down at an angle we haven't seen, so spatially this motherfucker could be anywhere. But your cool setup doesn't matter because she fired 2 shots and you showed one guy falling. Bloodlessly because people...
Like nothing? It's like they had no time to add the blood.
G13. This guy gets shot and looks like he slipped on a banana peel. This is Uwe Boll tier shit. Suddenly Lilith gets tackled into a box by a big guy, and never mind, he doesn't exist anymore because she pops out.
The box looks fixed.
Suddenly Lilith gets tackled into a box by a big guy, and never mind, he
Oh, okay, never mind.
doesn't exist anymore because she pops out of the box to fire her guns at nothing. This is actually a smart film nerd reference to the Great Train Robbery, like in Goodfellas. No, I'm kidding, it just sucks. And then more guys come in from that hallway that's now different, again, like it was originally, and characters fucking teleport between shots. The 2 biggest problems, again, like it was originally, and characters fucking teleport between shots.
Okay.
The 2 biggest problems with this are the editing and the staging of the scene itself, where your heroes are almost exclusively shooting blindly at off-screen stuff that responds more lifelessly than the game enemies. The only passable fighting is Krieg doing melee because it's the only place where you see a character doing
There's feedback. You said then, I think.
a thing and then the thing has a believable physical response.
By feedback, I mean like the sparks.
I would say, without a doubt, that either Eli Roth doesn't know how to shoot action, doesn't care, or they sanitized it so much to get a PG-13 so that all the kids could go see it. You know, all the Gen Alphas who are so into Borderlands and going to the theater to see movies. So let's say you take out the middleman of the characters or the editing and transport your action to an interactive medium, where your character is always visible and there's been literal years of work put into making sure that all of the player's actions have definitive audio-visual feedback on the environment.
That's what happens when you got George Broussard on the team.
Where everything violently explodes into debris. You can still do that in PG-13, you know, props don't bleed.
You can bring your family, your loved ones, bring them to the movie.
Fuck you, Randy.
Still, the amount of money the Borderlands movie made is unbelievable. The little money. It's like people actively didn't want to see the movie. It's cool that you can use the music from this game without any fear of retaliation.
1996, Finnish game company Remedy.
I've heard of Death Rally a bunch of times.
It just finished a game called Death Rally, which
also got a remake on 2013, right? 2010.
Was published by our old friends at Apogee Software. They needed dialogue for their game, so you know what they did? You know what they did? They hired a fucking writer. Which I cannot recommend enough for games that
put some major offense on this race, betting that Susie's stock won't reach the finish line. Maybe right.
That want to have stories in them. Hire a writer. The writer in question was a
I don't know who that was, but that looked like Sam Lake. I'm sorry, not Sam Lake. I mean Mark Hamill. Oh, I forgot to put the Twitch chat. Give me a sec.
Student at the University of Helsinki named Sam Lake.
Oh, he wrote that too.
Yeah, you starting to put it together yet? So Remedy starts pitching ideas to Apogee's Scott Miller, who claims they pitched him an isometric shooter.
Oh. That's cute. And somebody go to a live stream, there's like a VTuber icon. It's really fucking cute. There we go. Crap, I need to get something that holds my cell phone when I do this. Crap.
Pitching ideas to Apogee's Scott Miller, who claims they pitched him an isometric shooter, and he talked them
Yeah, it was quite a jump from Death Rally, now that you mention it.
into making a true third-person action game like Tomb Raider. Remember, this is like 1997. Max Payne, or whatever working title they were using, Max Heat or Dick
Yeah, I heard that.
Justice or Blake Stone. And Sam Lake is now responsible for the story and screenplay, later becoming creative director at Remedy. Sam Lake wants to write a dark, noir-influenced story, and Remedy lead Petri Yarvaletto envisioned an action game that had slow-motion gunplay like in Hong Kong action movies. It would be a couple of years before The Matrix popularized bullet time, which wasn't really a gameplay mechanic at the beginning, but it was so cool in the...
Imagine if they did make it before Max Payne. Make it before Matrix.
Tech demonstrations that they added it in later so that the player could use it at the push of a button.
It's so much more useful than diving.
Yes, it's entirely possible that Max Payne beat The Matrix to introducing Hong Kong-style slow-mo to us, but the game took forever to come out.
Yep.
3D Realms publishes Max Payne in 2001 to critical and commercial
So what's Rockstar's involvement in this?
success. Max Payne defined third-person shooters until about the time Resident Evil 4 hit. And finally, I can talk about a classic game made by a talented studio, and you know what? They didn't get shut down.
Yeah, let's just say something like that. They're still on today.
Remedy went on to produce banger after banger.
Except Control. Oh, sorry, I mean Quantum Break.
Although I haven't played Quantum Break or Alan Wake 2 yet. I know
It sounds like Quantum Break is an episode you could make.
I really need to
Wasn't it free on Epic? I need to play it sometime. I probably won't stream it though, because it probably it's probably too much on the PC.
Get around to playing Alan Wake 2. Their major success started here, and for better or worse, Max Payne has all the elements that would make Remedy successful going forward. Good writing.
But I'm wondering how much of these elements they put into all their future games. I guess the only slow-mo in Alan Wake is whenever you dodge.
A real grasp on mixing disparate tones, having serious moments while not taking the whole thing too seriously, because the story of a fugitive cop that's hopelessly addicted to painkillers who can't get over the death of his family is a little grim. So throw in some...
Still, killing his daughter makes no sense, but they were junkies. I'm just thinking of what fucking Nicole Horn said days later, because I saw the highlight yesterday.
Twin Peaks
I was just downloading it yesterday.
references and a stellar performance from the late James McCaffrey that sells the shit out of the role, in spite of Sam Lake's constipation face stretched over Max's mostly square mug.
Nice fucking model! I wish they made a couple more faces. There is a sad one when he sees his wife in the bed. He's probably gonna show it. Shut up, Stevie, he's perfect.
Katie, please. And you've got a recipe for an evergreen gaming...
Okay. Oh shit, I think this is where I stopped. Crap.
Katie, please. And you've got a recipe for an evergreen gaming classic.
Yeah, I believe this is where I stopped, actually.
Max Payne opens up cinematically. The cutscene...
quote unquote, are you sure?
Show us the snowy New York setting that will be
Is it like a joke word? Like it's not real? Like it's not in the dictionary?
going through for the rest of the game. A deliciously atmospheric and gritty hellhole full of corruption.
Noir York City.
They were all dead. The
What?
final gunshot was an exclamation
Sorry.
mark to everything that
Oh
had
shit, I gotta watch that too.
led to this point.
I wish you hadn't died, man. Like, I've thought, what if you could give years of your life to other people? This is one of them. This is one of them. Like, not many, but I would give a couple of years of my life. That, Total Biscuit, and A Dear Friend. Okay, this. Oh, it's probably this. Oh, classic. This is why I said, what?
I released my finger. Gunshot
Skipped a little bit.
was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from
Oh, or not. Never mind.
the trigger,
And then it was over.
and then it was over.
In the game, at the very end, he says, and then it was all over. It was clearly a different line they voiced.
The cutscenes are mostly not told...
Are you playing with the
From the
remaster?
trigger, and then it was over.
Doesn't look that way.
The cutscenes are mostly not told in-game, but with comic panels.
Max Payne 2 has a lot more in-game cutscenes, I think.
This is the end of our story, and it looks awesome, right? There's no context to it yet, so it spoils nothing. Not that the final boss is anything to spoil. Max is an NYPD detective with a decent life. He's got a house in the suburbs in Jersey, so I guess things could be
For New Jersey.
better. This game has a tutorial level that doesn't register as that at first, because it kills your
Wait, you don't know there's an actual tutorial level?
wife and baby. Like, right there.
Oh, I can't believe you decided to show it. I guess it's too low poly. Sorry, the low poly animals Twitter reminded me of it.
And McCaffrey gives one of the all-time best.
I thought you were gonna put his daughters.
Outstanding. And the
Yet. Oh no, I'm skipping this shit. It's probably a good game, but it's free to play. Last free to play game I played might have been Walking Dead: No Man's Land. It's a great game. It's on Steam, but I've heard it installs Epic Games. Oh, I wrote this. I forgot. Oh, I wrote this on the last stream, didn't I? I'm very surprised you didn't mention the secret level, title end, combat, or final battle, depending on the version you're at. You gotta beat the game in the hardest difficulty, but I was wondering if you mentioned it here for a quick way to unlock it, maybe. Oh shit, maybe I should update that.
This is how the story I'm best.
No!
Outstanding. And the game is like, go pick up that phone, dumbass. This is how the story
You can skip it though.
is going to be told during gameplay for the most part.
Is this the Payne residence?
Listen, someone's broken into my house. Call 911.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to...
Good.
I wish... Here it's good. But I wish, like, when he talks with Alex, I wish he had, like... I wish Max sounded with a little more positive. He just sounds like the rest of the game.
I'm afraid I cannot help you.
The people who broke into Max's house are junkies addicted to the designer drug Valkyr, which,
Maybe a little early.
unlike in the movie, does not
Please, review this thing.
give you superpowers. It instead turns you into a jabbering maniac. You
So Mark Wahlberg, I thought I was going to say.
get one gun, then two guns.
I don't actually know. I saw a video of Mark Wahlberg's acting that he... How did the video put it? A bit of a hard-ass Boston person in every movie or something.
Then, oh god, your baby is dead, and then so is your wife, and man, this is brutal. Who opens a game like this? So you can kind of understand why Max is such a
Okay, so that's when Max puts the different face.
dead-eyed death seeker throughout this game, and maybe sometimes he makes some bad decisions.
I parked the stolen wheels.
After finding out that the junkies were on Valkyr, Max gets a transfer to the DEA, and 3 years later he's undercover
I would not be surprised if they made a prequel where we get to see that.
in the mob.
I would like to play it, but it's like... You know, it's like, I guess, so low stakes compared to this game.
Which leads us to the events of the game, which starts with Max in a subway stumbling into a
That's just recycling the tutorial level. That's perfect. It really, that's perfectly fine.
robbery in progress.
But you probably would be able to. You most probably would be able to tell that. So.
After a long period of downloading patches and fixes to
It
get
doesn't look remastered though. Oh, maybe it does.
this game to play nice and run properly under Windows 10 and 4K, I begin the journey into the night that is Max Payne. Max sees a dead transit cop and pulls out his gun.
Death was in the air at Roscoe Street. I'd have to find Alex fast.
Or here is where I stopped the video because I remember this part.
Alex being his partner at the DEA. We'll find him later. For now, I have to look in every one of these cabinets and grab ammo and painkillers.
The pills would hold the pain back for a while.
Max's health isn't a number, it's an icon that fills up with red the more damage he takes.
His pain, if you will.
Giving you some back if it's above his neck, regenerating to the point where you know what, he still wouldn't survive more than one more shot.
No, at least on the difficulty I played, it seems to have you at 99.9%.
Anyway, this game has never been merciful.
Wasn't Jake supposed to take care of this? He and me.
That is not remastered. Let me put at 1080p for a second, but I don't believe that's a remastered. Nah. Personal only still looks different. When I did it, it looked more crisp.
Never been merciful.
Wasn't Jake supposed to take care of this?
He and Mickey are having too much fun taking care of the cop up.
Ah, shit, he saw my arm. Time to make the donuts.
Did he?
Too much fun taking care of the cop up.
Oh.
Ah, shit, he saw my arm. Time to make the donuts.
Oh, lucky you didn't get shot. Man, Desert Eagles.
It's cool that I got a Desert Eagle, but I had to take a hit because I had the auto-equipped new weapon option on. Still, this is a good demonstration of the structure of a Max Payne gunfight. Goons are hanging around, talking, and you interrupt them with bullets. It makes their existence in the world feel organic. When the last one dies, it goes into slow motion. You get the Desert Eagle immediately, which is great because it's going to be your best long-range weapon for a while. You can't
Fuck, I wish I knew that.
dual wield them until Max Payne 2, unfortunately. Then you get a shotgun, which you'll always
Kinda sucks.
have plenty of.
Because I shoot the fucker. The cute fire boy. Because I shoot the fucker, and he goes for a second, then just shoots me anyway.
ammo for, which I feel is better outside of bullet time because of how long it takes to cock the thing in between shots. You find another transit cop and he's got something to teach you too, which is don't stand in front of the doors you open. What follows...
Does that teach you, though?
...is the first real fight of the game, where you've got 4 of these goombas, these crooks, these... I'm sorry, I'm actually saving all my mob jokes for the fall.
Which I'm probably not gonna watch for a couple of years.
Fallen Aces video. Max Payne is not an easy game, even...
But it's...
on this...
Oh, that fell, wow. But it's fucked on this difficulty.
...skill, Fugitive, which once completed will unlock the other...
Fuck that feature.
...modes, like Hard Boiled and New York Minute. I didn't beat this game on those because I always felt the game was hard enough. That's right, I deprived the audience of the pro-Payne pun.
Okay, Hank.
Because I'm a monster.
Oh, good.
And the reason for that is the thing I only found out while researching this video, which is that the difficulty is fucking broken.
I was wondering if you mentioned it.
So Max Payne, for some goddamn reason, has dynamic difficulty. Depending on how often you die in a set period of time, the game can lower or raise the difficulty on you. Except this is broken. There are mods to disable it, but I'm not using one. This is how I've always known.
Maybe I should have disabled it and played hard-boiled.
Max Payne as being ball-crushingly unfair after like level 3. The game will not
fucking arcade difficulty
tolerate failure. Enemy attacks start to really fuck you up after a while, with shotgun.
Don't use the sawn off.
Enemies insta-killing you and everyone else sapping half your health every time they hit you. You're supposed to be enemies insta-killing you and everyone else sapping
empty there.
Half your health every time they hit you. You're supposed to be able to use shoot-dodge mechanics to stop this, but then there's enemies that lead their shots because this game doesn't have hit scans.
Or maybe it's like... I wouldn't say lead their shots, but it's probably related to movement.
All the bullets exist in real time and have travel time, however short. Not to mention your crosshair is this tiny-ass dot. That's not very forgiving. So this guy here hitting me with a...
Good point. It was probably bigger on lower resolutions, though.
The shotgun now isn't a problem, but a few levels from now it will be. Max nonchalantly crashed. Shotgun now isn't a problem, but a few levels from now it will be. Max nonchalantly crashes a train and ices some more goons before...
But also
Ah, there you go. I think I said something here for City.
it's like the failure count is rising.
It's not much sewer. The level is mostly about...
Oh,
But
pun.
also it's like the failure count is rising.
It's not much sewer. The level is mostly about these criminals robbing a bank, but the whole place is full of rats anyway. That's New York for you. But
You're gonna show the... I guess not.
I'm a hard-boiled NYPD The whole place is full of rats anyway. That's New York for you. But I'm a hard-boiled NYPD detective. Rats don't scare me.
Ah! You have declared a war on rats?
Now, back to brooding
Oh, you didn't.
and crime fighting. So I've got some detonators.
Hey, I'm creating a video series about Star Wars and I think New York has a crime problem. The police like me so I don't like communists, or as I like to call it.
What the fuck? Alright, I'm bringing out the sawed-off. I underestimated this gun originally, but it's actually really good at killing 1 or 2 enemies at a time.
I guess so would the original shotgun.
And slow-mo can be abused to reload it quick.
I think I might have had it happen. I think I even talked about it at one point, or reacted to it. But then I just forgot about it.
They're still hard as hell.
Yeah, you're right, I forgot.
To hit. So I stole some detonators to blow open this door in a spectacular display of destruction from a game in 2001.
And still doesn't look bad.
And then...
Max, Jesus, you almost gave me a heart attack. I nearly shot you.
Your partner, Alex Balder, says that these are Jack Lupino's men. But before he can say any more, he gets killed. And for some reason, the murder is blamed on Max, despite the fact that New York in this game has more murder in it than New York in the 70s. Okay, now begins our journey into the night as a man with nothing to lose. The cops are after us, the mob is after us, the goddamn rats are after us, but we're heavily armed and we've got a full supply of opioids, so it's time for a drug...
Whatever Fry says when it's Saturday, I got no girlfriend, I got my bottle of something. I don't know. In Spanish, it just says soda.
Fueled ram.
Splats or something? No, that's.
Page through the city.
Hey, yeah. No, no, gotta get shot. Oh, it just missed for no reason. Maybe the dive does those things? Nice.
Starting with the Finito brothers, who I guess didn't
Pay to the max.
hear about Max killing dozens of mobsters in the subway. They trapped themselves
No witnesses.
in a room with him. I kind of
That's a
about
very
Max
high
killing
detail
dozens of
face.
mobsters in the subway. They trapped themselves in a room with them. I kind of understand. Max can take only 4 or 5 bullets to bring down, but not this time.
Got no ammo, man. Oh, they got little health for now.
There's plenty of plot going on in this hotel. Hookers using videotaped sex acts to blackmail powerful people, a thing that's gonna come up again. Drug deals,
But that's important.
and all sorts of unsavory characters.
Oh, Rico, you're so bad.
You go and get him.
Oof. It's an extinguisher right there. Well, yeah, I don't remember that. You got this,
Guys, there was a fire
Something.
extinguisher right there. This includes Rico Muerte, who may have a sillier name than Max Payne.
rich death, sweet death or tasty death.
We meet him in the bar downstairs where he's really casually getting blown. Like, really not noticing, so I'm forced to believe that this hooker sucks worse than the Borderlands movie. You know, until the fight is over and I see this. Jesus, that guy was a walking sperm bank.
Oh, what? No, that's the extinguisher, dude.
Until the fight is over and I see this. Jesus, that guy
There's no... Looks like there's no hole in it.
was a walking sperm bank. He had more cum in him than a dorm room shower drain. This is probably the first fight in the game that really tests my patience. You got 4 goons, plus this prostitute.
Yeah, but I read in the wiki that she's very accurate.
Who takes Desert Eagle rounds to the chest really well for a
Especially against living things.
living thing. Though I suspect I'm hitting mostly silicone. Her boss has his pants down the whole fight. It's terrific. It's such a beautiful, stupid detail. Once he's dead, we're introduced to my favorite degenerate Goomba in the Max Payne universe.
Vinny?
The capo of cringe,
Haha,
the white
capo of cringe.
wise guy,
Not in the sequel. Well, maybe.
Vinny Gagnetti.
Ah, you shot me.
Gagnetti was a high-strung whiner on the verge of breaking apart, like an overamped Energizer bunny.
That called the Alan Wake sponsor.
Kidding me? He's just one lousy cop. You better be freaking kidding me. Whack him. What's the freaking problem?
I wish we could meet him right away, but instead we have to meet my second favorite mobster in the Max Payne universe, Vladimir Lem. And man, I hope nothing happens in Max Payne 2 to make me wish I'd never met either of these characters. Vlad is a competitor to the Italian mob. He shows up again later. We run through another horrible slum full of...
You can't use the word Russian anymore?
...to the Italian mob. He shows up again later.
Oh, let's not get demonetized. I mentioned another country.
We run through another horrible slum full of junkies. I don't generally shoot the Valkyr addicts, because I can't stand the sounds they make.
Yeah. I heard it on YouTube first, and those seem more terrifying. I think I might have got different ones. That probably scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Cops are closing in on us anyway. There's a mysterious man named Alfred Woden who calls us on a payphone. He'll be important later, too. We recruit one of the junkies to get us into a safe house here.
It's me.
It's John Woo.
Open up. Let me
Hard-boiled?
in quick.
Not so fast. The password. John Woo.
Come on. Oh, okay, John Woo.
All right. Come right in.
It's a trap. Hey.
Ooh, shit.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. One of the
Okay, I don't think that's the best example.
reasons that Max Payne doesn't disappear up its own ass in the despair of its protagonist is that the game is actually pretty funny. These two idiots blow themselves up, which is funny by itself, but then this Buster Keaton-ass visual gag to top it off. Beautiful. Back to Vinny.
Vinny got
Oh boy.
needy. Just the man I've been killing to see.
Payne? Freaking
Payne? Mom?
Fed! I knew from day one there was something screwy about you. What do you think you're doing? You're a freaking cop. You ain't got squat on us. You can't just come in here waving your piece like it meant something. Yeah! Oh my God! Oh God, you shot me! Ah!
Ah, you shot me! I got a bullet in my gut and I'm about to run across the city, jump on a
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
speeding train, slap a couple of underage hookers, and then you're dead, Payne! This is
The hooker part's a little specific.
the next fight that really tests you and your ability to take out the dual Ingram.
Oh, was that in Max Payne 2 or something? It sounds familiar.
And spray bullets everywhere because you absolutely need your ability to take out the dual Ingrams and spray
So you can probably shoot for 5 seconds before they run out of ammo. They're served too.
bullets everywhere because you absolutely need to. And you guessed it, they are absolutely Mac 11s.
What about it? Is that a meme with Civi or?
Vinny somehow survives this.
Where's Lupino?
You think his health would be pretty low?
Screw you!
Bad start, Vinny.
Ah! Police brutality!
I rate pretty high on that.
Yeah, even for a New York cop.
You can't just hurt me in cold blood?
Just keep telling yourself
No.
that. The good and the just were like gold dust in the city. I had no illusions. I was not one of them. I was no hero. Just me and the gun and the crook. My options had decreased to a singular course.
I do actually really like the writing in this game. It's perfectly pulpy.
I guess that's a good definition. It is sometimes like not dumb, but it's goofy. Sometimes it's a little goofy.
I'll tell you, just don't hurt me no more. Lupino's at Ragnarok, the nightclub.
Oh yeah, and it thematically weaves a lot of references to Norse mythology into the plot. Valkyrie,
Also, yeah, that seems to come up in a lot of Remedy games.
Ragnarok.
It's like that's what I feel like they're in all of the games, and so are a few other things.
Acer. Ragnarok is the end of the world where titans face off, which is kickstarted.
I think it does. The game does define it literally
By the death of Balder. You know, like Alex Balder. It's
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Mulder from X-Files.
all over the place. This isn't a level of writing I remember seeing much of in video games. Good for Sam Lake. So now it's off to have a chat with Jack Lupino. I'm sure there's nothing behind that name either.
Jack Lupino's got a face. It's not a face, City.
In a rogues gallery of psychotic mobsters, Jack Lupino somehow makes the rest of them look warm and cuddly by comparison.
Die!
No, you skipped a little bit.
You'll die! You'll die! Now! Oh! Die!
You could have shown when he invokes all the gods earlier, or demons, the demons.
Yeah, Howlin' Mad Jack here has been getting high off of his own supply and maybe got a little lost in his mythological references because despite the club being called Ragnarok, Jack's gotten really interested in satanic stuff. That's fine, bullets
They probably started with the Norse gods.
work on anybody no matter how crazy they are, but a bunch of his henchmen are a lot stronger. And like a lot of high school kids who get into a Satanism phase, they wear big black trench coats all the time. We are now at the point
They stopped using those models after this level, I think.
in the game where the difficulty is ramped up all the way and
I got shot there pretty bad.
shotgun blasts will
Yep.
kill you instantly. I'm not trying to hold it against the game because sometimes I look down at that health meter at the end of a fight and I say to myself, you know what, Civvy? You can do better. So I reload a quick save.
Dude, if you're gonna do that, at least equip the normal ones. Unless ammo isn't an issue. You're clearly shooting the wall with one of them. Just just going with one? No bullet time at all.
I want to look cool in Max Payne, okay? The game wants you to want to look cool.
Mate wants you to want to look.
That being said, the further the game goes on, the less I give a shit about looking cool.
And the dive isn't very useful.
It's like, hey, Civvy, you saved all this Ingram ammo. Maybe it's time to let loose and spray the whole place with bullets so you can make some progress.
It doesn't finish it, eh? Oh, it seems to after a certain point in their death animation.
Jack Lupino's getting threats from Don Punchinello, so he's probably not long for this world anyway. The Don sends the trio after me later, and they could probably deal with Lupino, though they might end up a solo act by the end. You guys remember that?
Die! You'll die! You'll die! Now! All die!
Let's say all.
Get ready to hear that a lot. Thanks to Max taking what seems like forever to get to his feet after
You can always save after the thing starts.
diving. Things like getting
Yeah, that's why I didn't use it.
plugged while getting up or getting
In Max Payne 2, you can keep shooting after it ends, and then when you stop, he gets up.
a Molotov thrown at my face while getting up. I get to hear that line a lot. No longer will I be underestimating the sawed-off shotgun, because it ends up being able to reliably stun this junkie and punch his ticket.
Well, yeah, but you probably won't dodge his shot after the stun, though. You just got lucky with the reloads, man. But do you mean I won't be underestimating it because he's using it? And he has to reload all the time. Should have shot and then dived.
When Lupino finally went down, I wanted to make real sure he'd stay that way. V was a bad monster. Turned them into friggin' zombie demons from outer space.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the running.
I think he's dead already.
Huh?
Huh?
And that's when it happened.
But dead or not, you've got the wrong guy.
Nah, I think I got the right guy. He might not have framed me, but he was a crazy
Oh yeah, there's not much else you could do.
devil-worshipping V-fiend who threw a Molotov cocktail, and I can't stress this enough, right at my fucking face. It clipped through, but the damage was done. If the mob family stuff wasn't complicated enough, here's Mona Sachs, twin sister of the Don's
I wouldn't say it's complicated.
wife, Lisa Punchinello. Mona
You steadily go up the ladder.
happens to be a professional killer, and
Who is cute as fuck. Like, why? Why'd you pick that actress?
Max is so down bad for this girl that he accepts a drink from her. But not before she tells him that Lupino
How couldn't he tell that she fixed the drink, though?
couldn't have arranged his frame up since he was busy being crazy. It's a good alibi, I guess, but that doesn't excuse the drugging and the level that comes after it.
Somewhere, the baby was crying.
The baby's cry was pitched. Was that pitched differently? Misswalk here. It's supposed to only play for the Research Corporation, I guess. Doesn't it also play when Punchinello's dead and you're about to see? Yeah, I think so.
I hate it, I loathe it, I despise it. What was an interesting novelty in 2001 has become a tedious maze, where I have to play.
It's really not. The maze really isn't that bad. Once I learned to follow the cries, it's not bad at all.
Platform
Oh my god! But yeah, the hitboxes suck.
across narrow ledges like they had
The collision sucks.
Sandy Peterson on as a special guest level
I'm guessing that's a Duke Nukem or Doom designer.
I know Max feels guilty.
Game director, Doom. Probably too deep on it already. Oh, it's Spanish. Doom 2. He created 19 levels. Before the revision of Doom in December 1993, he joined id Software, and that time he created 19 levels. God damn, man.
Because he couldn't save his family, but who moved him to New Jersey in the first place, Max? Okay, fine, Michelle and the baby died
I thought they were in New York, not New Jersey. Or is that the same thing?
because she was getting too.
I always found it weird that in Max Payne 3 he's in Jersey and not York.
Moved him to New Jersey in the first place, Max.
I guess it's within New York.
Max. Okay, fine. Michelle and the baby died because she was getting too close to the Valkyr conspiracy.
It's still stupid that the kid had to die, but they are junkies.
But still, I hate this level. It does lead to one of my favorite lines in the whole game, so...
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
That's what I'm talking about with James McCaffrey's delivery. His pitch-perfect sarcasm when dealing with these ridiculous mafia guys is always fantastic. But yeah, then Frankie the Bat beats the shit out of him with a bat. That's okay, we break a chair and kill everybody. We're in a new chapter, so Max loses all of his weapons and has to use this bat, briefly.
We'll take... What the...
Looks like you're gonna stun lock, at least. Ow, dude, how much did that take? Half his health! A single eagle! He got shot in the body! Oh, wasted a little bit of that. You got lucky, man.
Do I barely survive alerting every mobster on the block? Sure, barely. But that's Max Payne. I've read
But you're supposed to stealth that part.
that the dynamic difficulty will go down if you die a bunch of times and let the animations finish, but...
That's unfortunate.
I ain't got the patience for that.
Max cuddles.
So I'm gonna keep pushing
It's a
through.
Shogun. Amimir. Sleeping time. Nap time?
We've been here before, a couple of hours ago, and the police have come and gone since. I'm about to re-crime scene it, though. This bar isn't any easier the second time. Frankie Niagara mostly kills me, but it's fine. Max drives away.
Jesus Christ, man.
Max drives away, but he's being tailed by Vlad.
Bang. You're dead, Max Payne.
I'm amazed
They even show Mercedes in the text. I wouldn't be surprised if we couldn't.
the fucking finger guns didn't kill me with how difficult this game gets.
I was surprised you didn't make that meme. That could have been pretty easy. I could probably make it. I'm sure I could make it.
I am going to make you an offer you can't refuse. I've always wanted to say that.
Max Payne is like a
I don't think he came back for Max Payne 2 as actor, I mean, right?
hard-boiled detective, albeit with an exponentially higher body count, as he just kind of wanders through the story and shit happens to him. Like, we do this side quest for Vlad where he wants me, Max Payne, one guy, to go to the docks and reclaim a cargo ship for him. And he'll help
It is pretty small, to be fair.
me out later on with his connections.
Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals, which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint.
Max, please, I'm begging you, stop trusting everyone. The docks level occasionally kinda sucks. This could be a case of Valve-style blue balling, though, because I notice it puts a lot of guys in hard-to-reach areas that I have to hit with the Desert Eagle, since that's my best option for long range.
The Beretta's good too, dude.
And then it gives you the sniper rifle. Remember, the big thick coats are basically bulletproof, so it'll take 2 blasts from the saw
The sniper rifle is pretty good without the scope too.
off to down one of these guys. I think this is where the game becomes a war of attrition. There's a lot of tight corners where guys with shotguns
Yeah, I remember here pre-shooting my Ingram and still dying.
will just
Or more like I was pressing the button before he...
fuck you up. It might be the hardest part of the game, but it's hard to judge because really from this point forward you're in hell. Ha!
Literally, yes I do. Sharon? No. Because of the restaurant.
You get it? Because Karen was the ferryman to the underworld? Yeah.
No, I just like, the John Wick guy.
Yeah.
Charon. Dragma.
I gotta play Bakatana sometime.
The captain goes
Isn't there like a co-op mod or at least something that fixes it?
down fairly easy.
Dude, everyone goes down easy with the Ingrams.
And I'm rewarded with a shitload of guns and ammo. And now that I think about it, so is Vlad. I'm sure killing all of Vlad's competition and outfitting him with a ton of weapons isn't gonna come back to haunt me later, Max. Max, you dipshit! We get the Colt Commando here, the best weapon in the game by far, but the game isn't gonna tell us that yet, because Don Punchinello invites us to his
It is literally the next level, I wasn't wrong.
restaurant and is so desperate to deal with Max that he torches the place with Max inside. And it looks like a nice restaurant. Well, this seems like a low-key filler mission nowadays. Back in 2001, the fire effects were mind-blowing and lauded among game critics.
One mission has you racing through a restaurant exploding in flames, and if you're not blind, your jaw will drop.
Anyway, the Colt Commando.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's very accurate. So if you aim for the head, yeah, he will hit them 3 times, dead. Okay.
This gun surpasses anything else in the game simply
not the Ingrams.
Because it's high damage, high accuracy, and later on, ammo for it is basically falling.
Later on, yeah, so I was right. It only gives you ammo on the cargo ship, and not for this level, and I guess one more.
From the sky.
The mobsters have been guarding a real treasure. The way out of this disco inferno.
Vlad picks me.
City sewers do not enter. Oh, okay. I was looking for I think when I was playing it too, I was looking for a No One Lives Forever reference. Where they're like mandatory FPS sewer.
Vlad picks me up and gives me a ride to the Punchinello Manor because he's a nice guy like that. We get to kill the trio, his previously mentioned enforcers that were going to take care of Jack Lupino. No, that's fine, I'll deal with him. The way doors work...
You're not going to put Byzantine power in because it actually plays in this level. And nowhere else.
In this game fucking pisses me off. I have to somehow avoid getting blasted through the door after opening it, which means I have to move to the side, but then the door automatically closes because this is a video game. And I'm not just gonna go into that room because that's gonna get me killed.
I was thinking that earlier when you were like, oh, this guy teaches you not to stand in doors that you open, but...
The first guy is softened up by a grenade.
Dude, just head in with slow-mo, right? No, I mean slow-mo without driving. I feel like if you turn on bullet time, they will shoot where you are, but if you don't, they'll shoot where you... If you're in slow-mo, they'll shoot where you are, but if they're so slow-mo, they'll follow you while shooting.
1 down, 2 to go.
Game got generous there.
2 down, 1
Vince Mignano
to go.
Alright, but I want the next one to feel special.
Don't stop at him!
This will stop anything. Hey,
from the way he did it, it feels like he quick loaded.
come on.
He's literally the most underwhelming one of the 3. Okay. Oof.
Punchinello's trio was done for.
Alright.
Wait, that wasn't the last one. That was the other.
Right, looks like we've destroyed an entire mob family.
Punchinello was a pushover. The moment
I couldn't refuse.
I stepped into the room, he folded like a deuce before a royal flush.
No, wait. I was just doing what I was told. I couldn't refuse.
The eye he added on.
Someone high up. Government, maybe. I don't know.
Drop it. Don't move.
Game over, Max Payne.
We're up to 2 femme fatales in this
What if you throw a grenade? Did I try to do that? I probably tried to do that.
game. I hope Max doesn't accept a drink from this one, too.
In a way, he did.
I could tell when I was outgunned. It was time to take another beating.
This one looks... Dun, 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 dun. This one looks like he's got a mask more than classes. They all got Uzis. What did they get the fucking Uzis? Oh, earlier.
No, I told him nothing.
I was wondering if he... more like why he skipped this part, but I guess, no big loss. You see, it left you at 99.9. I don't know what you expected though.
The mystery.
Oh, does Punchinella have his own model? I never noticed. I didn't bother. Nope. Nope. Nope.
The mystery witch was a real barracuda. The mystery witch was a real barracuda. Trouble on dagger heels, a smoking assault rifle in her hand.
If that's a yeah, exactly. If that's an assault rifle.
Excuse me, Max, but I'm pretty sure that is a submachine gun and Uzi to...
Okay, yeah, but I guess it comes close because it's you can two-hand it.
Be precise, and to be more precise, oh yeah, you know it, a Mac 11. Well,
that's a. I guess that's a meme. I don't remember City ever. That is definitely not a Mac 11.
Well, she hasn't introduced herself yet. This is Nicole Horn, head of the Acer Corporation, continuing to profit off of a military-devised superdrug that was supposed to be good for blah blah blah. She injects Max with Val.
Well, you do show it later, kind of.
Valkyr, and you know what happens? He doesn't become a superhuman angel of death. He has another awful dream sequence.
Yeah, it's underwhelming. It's honestly pretty underwhelming, except the two references to the graphic novel and you're inside a video game. Like that's like it's a very cheap. It's a very cheap as in money, to show the effects of it, I guess.
The witch had got me just as sure as if she put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger.
Or so you'd think. Well, I don't hate this one as much as the last one, mostly because of this gem.
There's something.
You'd think. Well, I don't hate this one as much as the last one, mostly because of this gem.
There was something disturbingly familiar about the letter before me. The handwriting was all pretty curves.
You're in a computer game, Max.
The truth was a burning green crack through my brain, weapon statistics hanging in the air, glimpsed out of the corner of my eye, endless repetition of the act of shooting, time slowing down to show off my moves, the paranoid feel of someone controlling my every step.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. I'll do a better job in the next game.
I was in a computer game. Funny as hell, it was the most horrible thing I could think of.
This dream sequence at least has things like Max trying to snap himself out of it, which is good.
Oh, he has a gun! I didn't notice that.
Good. And then it has another section with really weird
I didn't notice
Max
the gun
trying to snap himself out of it, which is good. And then it has another section
Try to remember.
With really weird
He says, like
floaty slow motion platforming that makes the last one look like a thing I'd play voluntarily. Max's wife's lines don't sound
dude, if I ever do permadeath of this, I am not looking forward to these levels.
Good and repeat.
Yeah.
Over and over.
No. Max.
Oh, please, Max, no! I'm sorry. Please don't, Max, no!
Valkyr, on top of being a terrible drug that seems to send you on the worst trips, also takes all my weapons away. So when I follow...
Well, maybe they took your weapons away.
Horn to the steel plant because she said that's where they were going.
Take me to Cold Steel.
Because she didn't think that Max Payne, a man who single-handedly wiped out most of the Punchinello crime family, give or take a Gogniti, might survive a bad trip, since I suspect his tolerance for controlled substances is pretty high, since he is, after all, in his own domestic and socially acceptable way, also a drug addict.
I can fix him. Wait, is that Train Spotting on the right? I gotta watch the sequel.
Katie, no, you cannot fix. So Max, after grabbing a bunch of guns from his buddy Vlad in the previous chapter, doesn't think to do that again. And we start with
fair.
Single Beretta. Not that it takes long to acquire better guns, because that awesome rifle we had before, well,
yeah, they have them.
Most of Horn's mercenaries have them. As far as I'm concerned, the next few levels of Max Payne are filled with, filler. These goons have better...
I would not say this level is filler.
...weaponry, plus grenades, which I may not have mentioned this, but grenades in this game are a one-way ticket to Valhalla if you're within 10 feet of them. And they'll get you halfway there if you're within 20. I wish they killed the enemies as reliably.
To be fair, there was a bit of a wall there.
Don't you
like,
get it?
between the door frame.
With all the hot steel, it's like I'm descending into hell. The sniper rifle kills her. Don't you get it? With all the hot steel, it's like I'm descending in.
There's like a red line on all the trip mine things.
To hell. The sniper rifle kills are cool and all until you realize that the game is still going on this whole time and you're still gonna die while the bullet is traveling to its target.
I did realize
Who is putting all these laser trip mines around, for fuck's sake?
You got nothing.
The lab where they invented Valkyr is under the steel mill, so the goons set the self-destruct and also place mines everywhere. And we find out that Valkyr junkies murdered Max's family, and so we go and have a chat with BB because we need another level of padding, which is the parking garage, which is just...
I wouldn't say misery, but it does look pretty samey.
Just fucking misery.
I did say that.
A lot of these areas are copied
and pasted. It gets a little confusing.
Copied and pasted, whole hallways, rooms, so it gets a little... And it's like, why even go into bull...
I definitely remember that.
And pasted, whole hallways, rooms, so it gets a little... And it's like, why even go into bullet time? I'm just gonna die slower. Why am I not rolling? Because I want to shoot, and because I didn't know that rolling made you temporarily invincible.
I won't say that, but it does feel like free slow-mo.
Because I only read the fucking manual and didn't think to look it up, because that's insane. Why? Why not shoot dodge? The shooting dodge.
I literally rolled way more than shoot dodging the entire game, I just realized.
I hate this so much. I hate myself. I hate the world. This must be how Max Payne
See me when reading the comments.
feels all the time. You see, the parking garage in Norse mythology symbolizes a descent into the underworld. The sniper rifle doesn't do its fancy little animation where you can't move while firing if you no-scope.
Which is better.
And there are goons who will just appear from thin air and move while firing.
Yeah, but it's so much more effective.
Firing if you...
And it doesn't have to travel, it touches them instantly.
No scope.
I don't know if the bullets still travel when out of slow-mo.
And there are goons who will just...
He said they're always rendered in real time, but I don't know.
Appear from thin air, and BB is here and he tells you that he killed your partner, so there aren't really any more mysteries left for Max Payne to uncover, and yet there are still 2 more levels of this game after this?
Only 2? 3. Isn't this divided in 2 levels?
And they are exactly as punishing. You go to talk to Alfred Woden, who Horn has been blackmailing with sex tapes because obviously this guy is going into gang...
Yeah, I did think that was a little odd.
...controlled slums in New York City.
I actually thought of that, like... I thought that was a little weird.
...to bang prostitutes. He really seems like the type, but you're his bitch now. You're his pawn to take Horn down because she can take...
He looks like a different actor under the light.
But you're his bitch.
Above the light.
Now. You're his pawn to take Horn down because she continued with Valkyr.
Again, I don't understand why he shows up at the end. Oh, that's what I wanted to say last stream and I forgot. I thought about it afterwards. Why does he fake his death in the inner circle conference room if he's just gonna show up at the end looking at Max Payne in the eye? It's like he planned for Max Payne to look at him in the cameras. But I think it's more of a plot hole.
Production even after the government shut it down. On to take Horn down because she continued with Valkyr production even after the government shut it down. And he says he can pull strings so that if I go and waste her, I'll be in the clear, which is a lot of strings to pull. So then Horn's mercenaries attack, and this is basically the steel mill fights inside of this mansion. We don't need it. I don't...
How do you have the jet camera? Oh, the garage.
Really need to talk about it. This video is long enough. We get to the Acer Corporation.
Okay,
I don't really need to talk about it. This video...
But aren't there like a couple of secrets in this level, though?
Video is long enough.
I killed Alfred Woden with the grenade and he's still right.
We get to the...
Surprised, would have been cool if that was like a secret ending or something.
Acer Corporation's headquarters and recognize it as the building from the beginning, and let me tell you, you're not getting to the top of this place without a fight and enough painkillers for Max's liver to crawl out of his asshole in protest. It's all fun and games until Acer mercs are lining the walls shooting fucking M79s at you. This part right here has been burned into my brain for 23 years. It was the first time I thought, you know what, this game is just fucking with me now.
No, not a sniper, I will forget it.
Parts of Max Payne that I enjoy, with the goon shooting and the snappy writing and the drive to push on and uncover the mystery, it's gone by now. I want to get through this, and I want to make Nicole Horn pay for her malicious game design. Now, kids, is the time you're supposed to go into the comments and say, Civvy, you're wrong, this notoriously difficult game is actually very easy and you should be playing it properly on the PlayStation 2. Even an automatic shotgun doesn't make things easier. And I'm not mentioning the part where Mona Sachs absolutely did not die.
Okay, it's pretty obvious though that she doesn't.
Horn sends a helicopter after me, which doesn't really do much.
It just looks cool. Is it actually tracking it? I guess not.
I get to her office, take the secret exit to the roof. Oh, you bitch! Really showing off your skills from the Acer Softball League, ain't ya? Roof. Oh, you bitch!
I don't remember her throwing grenades, did she? Actually, I might have rolled out all the way.
I get to her office, take the secret exit to the roof.
Dude, she didn't even do the animation. Must have been totally scripted.
Oh, you bitch! Really showing off your skills from the Acer Softball League, ain't ya? This leads to a pretty underwhelming boss fight, if you can call it that. This isn't like any of the other fights in this game, because it's not a fight. It's a puzzle, kinda. You have to
yeah, weird way to end the game.
Shoot the supports to this tower, and then shoot the tower so it falls onto her helicopter.
Don't like the look of that mast.
And shoot the tower so it falls onto her helicopter.
Or, I guess that's just how it happens. Sucky! I fucking love this part though. Like, damn, like I said, I hope, I want to see it in the remake.
The ending cutscene is cool, don't get me wrong, and it's very cathartic to know that she is absolutely not coming back. And we're back to where the game started. It's weird to see.
Wait, what do you mean?
The ending cutscene is cool, don't get me wrong, and it's...
Oh, do you mean because it's a puzzle and not a boss fight?
Very cathartic to know that she is absolutely not coming back. And we're back to where the game started.
I wonder what the concept phase was for this.
Weird to say that this...
Like it started, oh, we're gonna have a boss battle. I guess that's how Max Payne 2 ends.
This game ends...
It's still a puzzle, but you're still kind of fighting.
Abruptly, when it probably should have ended 2 levels ago. Max gets arrested, but...
It wouldn't be over till the man with the...
Wait, so...
The witch had got...
Oh shit, sorry. Fuck, hang on. I pressed control to talk and I used the arrow keys. It put me to another chapter.
It probably should have ended 2 levels ago.
Oh, there's a cop. I just saw him a little easier on my playthrough.
Max gets arrested, but...
It wouldn't be over till the man with the patch would say so. He'd say the right words. I knew he would. He'd better. Woden grinned smugly. It was the grin of a winner. That made 2 of us.
I think he needs to smell more.
Yes, Max. Your family was murdered and you've been passed around as a pawn between different mobsters and shady organizations throughout the entire game, but hey, you've won.
I won.
And no one can take that away from you. Except Rockstar. Max Payne is still a legendary
I guess you're never gonna do Max Payne 3, are you?
Game. It was the coolest thing anyone had ever seen in 2001. Maybe one day I'll play it with that fix for the difficulty scaling.
No. But at that point, why don't you just play it on difficulty 2 or 3?
You won't.
Really?
Nah.
What if it's not for a video?
You're never playing Max Payne again.
Well, the fan art's there.
You'll play 2 eventually, then probably 3. You don't get to play video games for fun anymore.
That's kind of depressing. I guess we'll...
You can still enjoy it.
We'll always have Ragnarok, and chase it after Vinny Gognitti, and the baseball bat. Oh, and you know what? That fight at the end of Woden's chapter was actually pretty fun too.
But you can't talk about it for some reason?
And the part where you finally catch up.
It used to say the name of the song. It's from Rise of the Triad, right? How'd I Do? That's right. I know too much dumb trivia. Oof, you on that part. What even killed you there? I'm sorry. Ah, shit, I'm sorry. He just didn't say anything. He just didn't say anything about this elevator thing. So George Broussard is mentioned in the credits. There's a lot of interactivity. He didn't really mention that. I'm very surprised. He did say a lot of something about physical feedback at the beginning, like right after the Borderlands movie trailer thing ended, but that was it. George. He did mention both sewers. Return error. Oh fuck, I thought I was over this bug. And I closed the fucking thing. Ugh. Steam gives. It works. It's gonna take you a shit ton of well, it all depends on your luck, right? But I've entered like 8,000 raffles. Haven't won much, but I get on it every day. Nope. Ha ha. Oh, so it just deleted my comment. Oh, cool. Thanks, you too. Appreciate it. Fuck, man. Piece of shit site. There's so many contributors that at some point they had to play the song twice. Oh, okay, that was pretty cool, by the way. There's a whole cutscene for these guys under the lake, just 3 goons. 4. Thinking of watching this one, but man, they're so long. I love to do a video like this for What Goes to Walking Dead someday. I don't have the determination, the right word? I wanted to do more of a, like, I don't know, like after archiving all the permadeath videos, like I thought doing like a cannoli video on it, like something like that. I wish he played it. Oh, I was totally expecting him to talk about it there. He didn't. Like he asked, oh, can I beat something with something? There you go, something like this. I don't know, with Walking Dead, but like I said, I don't think I really have the drive. I guess the drive was the word I'm looking for. It doesn't tick. It doesn't click. So I guess that wasn't the word I was looking for. Please, things used to click a long time ago. Not much anymore. So that is it. Max Payne 1 is now officially done, for this channel at least. I want to play the second one eventually. Max Payne 3 is definitely done. I already done hardcore like I don't know, 5 years ago. I can check that real quick. The Rising 4 is here? Fuck it, I'll enter. Dude, if I can get it for free, I'll put it on the wishlist. Maybe friends will try to gift it to me though. Sorry, not the subject. Playlists. I gotta keep doing these playlists. Man, 30 fucking videos on Persona 5 Strikers. That took all damn year. I'm glad. I'm totally glad I played it and streamed it, but yeah, damn, that took all year. Gotta play Spyro 2 eventually. So here you go. The Wolfenstein one that sucks. Like, I did a good job. I believe I did a good job. Just, yeah, look at the quality. Awful. And 20% of it was dropped frames. So yeah, no wonder I had so many dislikes. 143. I just want to look at how many this has and how long ago. 4 years ago? This guy sucks at PB games regardless. I get nervous. That's probably the issue. 5 years in a couple of days. Yeah. I could probably do this with 480p with no stutters now. Oh, here's all the tips I wrote down. What the fuck? I love Quebrada. Oh, right, the Brazil music in one fucking cutscene that won't let me monetize it someday. Well, that's it. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here. I don't know if you did. I don't like to check. And screw your spam. Bye-bye. I'll probably stream on Saturday. I'm not sure. I'll see. Bye.